Hello, 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 hello. It is not Monday. It is Tuesday. No, wait, hold on. Is it Monday or is it Tuesday? It's Tuesday. Okay, I don't know what. I have no concept of time anymore. Welcome, Barker. Hope you enjoyed your Tuesday. Not Monday, maybe Monday too. Hope you enjoyed your Tuesday. Welcome, welcome. Another day, another stream. And today we're going to go back to some practice. We're going to go, first of all, of course, going to do the good old 30-minute quick sketch. We're going to begin with that, going into making a little bit fairly simple character today, but still a fun character. And then afterwards, after the quick sketch, we're going to go to a figure sculpting session. You know, anatomy is important, and especially the body anatomy. You know, you can practice the face all you want, but you know, if you want to go into a full body character, you need to know what the character or what the anatomy of the character looks like, not only in just like a T pose, for example, but also when he's like moving, how the muscles react or how they interact to form the, I guess, pose of the character. We're gonna go and we're gonna make a figure sculpting session today. I have two references that we're gonna sculpt today. One male character and a female character. We're gonna go do both, and then yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. Yeah, we have like a, the references are two, of course, a female character and a male character in like a pose, and then we have different angles so we can see all around them. Basically, that's gonna be the what we're gonna do today. To learn a little bit more about the human anatomy and how the body is, the composition of the body, basically. That's what we're going to do today. But before we do that, of course, if you want to see only, one of these topics, whether it's the quick sketch or the figure sculpting session, you can find the link or the, I guess, chapters, I think they're called now, in the description, or also in the timeline. Timestamps, you can also call them. So let's go back to Blender. I mean, let's go to Blender. We haven't been there yet. So let's go there. Woo! Now we're here. You can see what we're going to sculpt today. I found another very cool character concept sheet. I think these ones are always cool because you have multiple concepts in one. We're probably going to do another one of these maybe tomorrow. We'll see. The one that I want to do today is this one. The sad friend right here. This will be our reference today. And yeah, it's probably a little bit simpler than, I guess, other characters, the recent characters that we've made. Just because of, I guess, they're more like monsters. They're not, if you want to sculpt something, something beautiful or something, I guess, visually pleasing. It sounds kind of weird, but something like, for example, a female face or even just a normal, I guess, human male face. Usually these have more, you need to spend more time fine-tuning them to make them look right, or, make them look good. But with something like monsters or ogres or orcs, for example, it's a little bit different because you have a little bit more, I guess, room to play with them and room to, I guess, what do you call it? Like, you have more room to kind of play around with the proportions, for example, and all that stuff. Because, orcs and all that stuff don't really exist in real life, so you can, tap into the fantasy and create your own one. Yeah. So this one, he might be sad, but maybe he'll be more happy once he sees himself in 3D. But that's what we're gonna do today. Welcome back, Kevin. Hope you enjoyed your Tuesday too. You arrived right before we started the quick sketch. So if you want, of course, you can join too. I think we're ready. Yesterday we actually had a very, very, very not only important but very interesting topic. I bought two, I guess, face scan textures, and we experimented a little bit with how you can apply them to any character to make the character look realistic, or very realistic, very, very, very quickly. That's something I always want to make my workflow of creating realistic character, I guess, more and more effective, and that's another big step in achieving that, in speeding up the process. If you have already a texture that you can apply to any character that is already photorealistic, then of course you save a lot of time because you don't have to create these textures yourself. You just have to apply them, basically. I'm gonna experiment more with how I can, most effectively apply them to the UVs of the individual characters, but you know, at least we have the general workflow. We might actually do a topic or a project regarding or that involves that sort of workflow in the near future. Okay, I think we're ready. We have 20 resolution. We have the pen in hand. The timer is ready. The timer is ready. I have my keyboard, my tablet. I think we're all ready to create this bad boy, or this sad boy rather. This one, it's of course if you have a hold on, let's start first. 3, 2, 1, go. So if you have what are they called again? Like I can't remember what these creatures are called. The what are they called again? I think they're like so you have orcs, you have hold on, let me concentrate on the basics here. Oh, hold on, he doesn't have two eyes, he has one eye. There you go, that's better. Okay, this will be weird when it comes to trying to put down the anatomy, but we'll see how we can do this. Of course, basically the only thing that really changes in terms of the anatomy, comparing it to the normal human anatomy, I guess you could say, would be that you would merge the eye holes together in the middle. Welcome back, Zachary. Late Halloween, welcome. Happy late Halloween to you too. Maybe you hope you enjoyed a little bit more, you know, a few more candies than usual. Hope you enjoyed your weekend, Halloween, and of course your Tuesday too. What have you said on that ball? Do you mean... Yeah, so this is not the standard, I guess, sphere that you can just add to the scene. It's almost that. It's basically just the standard sphere, and then if you go into the scope mode, you can press Ctrl R to retopologize it. Not retopologize it, but remesh it. What that does is it removes the warning message that always pops up when you enable dynamic topology. You know, can be quite annoying to always see that when you start up, when you enable dynamic topology. It's one click more, you know, and as you know, if maybe you've been doing UI design or stuff like that, usually you try to make the user, or you try to design anything in a way where the user has to click as little as possible, or as less as... Wait, what's the opposite of many? As, yeah, little? That sounds weird. But, I don't know. You know, he's supposed to do as little clicks as possible, I guess. You know, just removing that is, you know, just a quick thing you can do. Just Ctrl R and then you don't have to deal with that stuff. Because the thing is that if you have that pop up when you basically start sculpting for the first time, or when you enable dynamic topology, that warning will not go away, because that warning basically tells you that the faces, I think, are not optimized for dynamic topology, and you know, by retopologizing you can, I guess, optimize them, or make them, you know, at least you can get rid of the message. Had a type of coordinate set it up? Did it? Usually it's right in the middle of the scene. Maybe there's slight difference, but usually it should be in the middle. So it seems like he still has 2 eyebrows, which is weird. I guess we can add them there, and then we can do this. Maybe. Let's see what that looks like. Okay. We need the nose. Nose is quite short actually, so it should be somewhere over there. You can see the new workflow that I've adopted now. I've kind of, I guess, optimized my workflow a little bit, kind of using the shapes that I add in the beginning a little bit better to create the rest. Then the lips should be somewhere down here. We have the bottom lip here too. Last week we've created a good old Halloween character, the Ghost Rider, as a basically Halloween character or monster, whatever you want to call them. And if you haven't seen it yet, the video is out. So if you haven't seen the end result, I actually forgot to post it on Instagram. I should probably do that at some point. Yeah, you can see the process, my thought process behind it, and the workflow in that video. Okay. The lines in the middle of the head. Oh, you mean these? These are just empties. They're not really part of the sphere. These empties are basically just objects that have no... Well, they're not really objects. They're basically just points in space that you can use. They're basically objects without physical, like a physical appearance. And you can use them to basically... You can utilize them in multiple ways to, I guess, utilize different functions, like constraints, for example, which lets you, why I have them in the scene is basically because I use them to direct the camera where the camera is supposed to look to. The camera always focuses on one of these empties, on the X right here, the straight one, and then the diagonal one is for the depth of field. With that one I can control where the depth of field should be, where the focus point should be. This way, at least for me, it's easier to control both these things without having to do that manually by changing the parameters in the camera settings. Okay, we need the mouth. I think the mouth is too... I think we need to pull this down even more. He has quite a long head. There you go. That should be good enough. Maybe. I like to make points where the corners of the mouth are, and then I can create the rest. I can connect the two. Then I remove the middle here, of course only if he has an open mouth. There you go. And then we already have some lips, but we can improve them by just going in here using the crease brush, moving this first. And then we can kind of define them. There you go. Not too crazy. And then usually I smooth this because this is not only... usually it's pretty smooth here on the side at the bottom, like underneath the... or at the end of the lower lip. Where the lower lip connects to the corner of the mouth. There you go. Okay, I think that's pretty good. There's actually a video about that, where I explain what these empties are. If you're interested in that, you can go to the videos channel. The link should be in the description. Where I explain it. It's, I think, like a short, YouTube short. It should be, I think I uploaded it a few months ago, maybe 1 or 2. So you might need to scroll down a little bit, but it's just like a 1-minute video explaining how it works. I think it was called like Easy Blender Camera Rig or something. Yeah, I just got tired of always having to direct the camera and changing the parameters, rotating it manually. So I just made the small setup, you know, which is pretty simple to recreate or do yourself. And it works very, very well. There you go. I don't want to add the ear yet. I want to add the neck first. There you go. I'm Blender student, almost 1 year. I used this when I learned about a rig with empties. You mean the video, or in general just empties and constraints? Okay, the neck should be pretty thick. It also needs to be pushed back a little bit. He's kind of leaning forward. Okay. So for this one, first of all, because I started later today, but also because I want to, you know, I want to do 2 sculpts today, or no, 2 figure sculpts. I want to be, I don't want to extend the time that we have today. So if this would look weird in the end, that's okay. I don't want to spend too much time refining it. So I will also not really add the shoulders, only really the neck. Right here, there you go. Oh. What do you like to do in Blender the most? That's always my question when I hear somebody say they're into Blender too. I mean, probably if you're, you know, watching my content, but you know, maybe you don't even, or you know, of course, you can always use a different software too, like Zachary, but you know, at least you do 3D. And then I can ask, what do you like to do the most? Sculpting, or characters, or hard surface modeling, buildings, vehicles, weapons. We might get into weapon modeling at some point in the near future too. Maybe at the end, you know, at the end of this year at some point maybe. I have a pretty elaborate project that we might do at some point, which I think could be pretty cool. Okay. How do I begin to understand proportions? So I would say the best way to understand anatomy is to keep one thing in mind. There's one principle that you should always keep in mind when you do when you want to learn anatomy, or when you want to understand a certain body part. And that is basically the mechanic of the muscles. If you want to understand how the, for example, arm muscles work, you need to know, or you need to keep in mind, that muscles are basically just there. The only function that muscles really have is to move bones. They're attached to one bone, and then they're attached to another bone. And the only thing that they can really do is they can either flex or they can relax. If they flex, they pull the bone they're attached to, or both bones they're attached to, closer to each other. And if they relax, they just, you know, let them, I guess, get further away from each other again. If you look at your, for example, your arm, to do this, what you need is you need to have a muscle attached to your upper arm, or no, well, let's say to your upper arm. I think it's actually connected to the shoulder up here, but let's say it's for the upper arm. If you want to move the lower arm, this arm here, if you want to do this, you need a muscle that is connected somewhere up here, and then you need a muscle that is connected somewhere at the forehead at the forearm. And then if you think about what the muscle can do, it can flex, so it pulls the bone closer to the other attachment, which means if we have a muscle that is connected to the forearm right here, if it would flex together like this, it would pull the arm in this direction, like this. If you would look at the finger, if you want to do this, you need a muscle that is connected somewhere over here, and then you need a muscle that is connected to the fingers. Of course, fingers are a little bit different because they have like these sinews, or whatever you call them, in the fingers, which are more like bands, so you can rotate like this. Fingers might work a little bit different, but in general, that's how you can explain most of the, I guess, anatomy of the body. For example, shoulders work the same way. Shoulders are just like one big bunch up here. They connect to the lower arm as well as to the neck bones. There are multiple. And what it does is just raise your shoulder either forwards, backwards, or to the side. And how they do it is they are connected to the neck bones, and then also to the upper arm. So they pull the upper arm upwards by flexing, basically. By, you know, shrinking, you could say. Once you kind of keep that in mind for any body part that you want to understand, I think, in my opinion at least, it's easier to know, to understand where the muscles are. It might even be more intuitive to kind of really, I guess, at least for the major muscles, to, I guess, maybe even think about it and understand where the bones are and where they're attached to. yeah, I think that's a good first step if you get into anatomy, to understand it. Shout out from Russia, welcome. Unfortunately, I cannot speak Russian, but hope you're doing well. Greetings from Germany. Yeah, of course, there are more muscles than you can really just, I guess, intuitively think about. But the major muscles that sort of define the shape of the body, you can most of them you can, I guess, understand that way. Of course, it is always helpful to just watch videos about, I guess, for example, explaining the anatomy of the forearm, for example, or explaining the anatomy of the, I don't know, upper arm, for example, or the arm in general, to understand it, because there are so many small muscles that you can't maybe not really see from the outside, but that might be visible in very, very certain movements. For example, I think it's like if you move your pinky upwards, so if you do this, there's a single forearm muscle that flexes when you do this. That might be visible when you create, or when you do that, like when you pull your pinky up. And stuff like that, like smaller muscles either come down to observation, or I guess learning anatomy in the medical way, where you actually know, or where you sort of learn where they're located, or what muscles are where and how they attach, to understand what they do or when they're being used. Anatomy is basically like a what are they, like the escape route, like sort of posters that you have in every like hotel, for example. If the house is burning, you need to know where the exit is. And you need to learn the poster to know what you need to do, or what muscle you need to activate, or what any muscle does to do a certain action. So if you say, oh, I wanna flex my biceps, of course the biceps would then be flexed, but you would also have other muscles that would then not be flexed, but they would be relaxed. So if there's one muscle that flexes, there's most likely another muscle, or more than one, that relaxes. And this way, kind of thinking more and more about which muscles relax, which muscles flex, you can kind of figure out the general pose. And then it comes, when it comes to the smaller details, then you need to, maybe have some deeper knowledge when it comes to the individual muscles in the different body parts. Okay, this is a little bit more annoying, so I need to do my old ear sculpting technique, where I just create the small circle here and then I pull it out. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? We have an ear. We have 12 minutes left. Good thing is, this character doesn't need to be 100% beautiful. So my little expose there about anatomy didn't cost us too much time. Have you watched courses in anatomy? Just wondering while was watching you and go to blue screen. Oh no, I know what you mean. I had 2 yesterday. No, was it today or yesterday? I hope they don't happen again today on stream, but yeah, I have them sometimes too. Welcome. Greetings to Brazil from Germany. Have you watched courses in anatomy? I have. There are some channels. I can't remember which ones they are. But I've especially watched one channel that very like a teacher, I think it's called. It's like a teacher that has a YouTube channel explaining the different muscles of the body. He has these different accrochets that he can, where he can take out different bones or muscles to show underlying muscles, for example. I think he explains very, very understandably, or very, very in a simple way, how to how the muscles work, what muscles there are, and how they basically work in the sort of chain of muscles or in the body, what they do and where they're connected. And yeah, I found them very helpful. Unfortunately, I don't really remember his name. Maybe if I remember, if you because of my pea brain, I kind of can't probably think about it in the end, but we can look into who it was once we're done with this. If I can't think about it, or if I can't remember it, maybe you can help me out, or you can, you know, tell me that we wanted to look it up, so we don't forget it. Let me finish this first, though. Okay. So the eye is there. Let's go ahead and add an eyelid. Although the eyelid looks pretty small. There you go. And then we have the lower eyelid too, which looks bigger. He's sort of slightly closing his eye. We have the nose here too, which needs to stop pretty quickly because the nose, usually the nose bridge goes over the eyes, in between the eyes. But of course, if you have an eye in the middle, it doesn't really work. So we have to keep it there somewhere. Brains can pee. Pea brain is basically a... What is... Well... Pea brain mean is the pea is like a vegetable. It's or these peas are small green the small green vegetable balls. You know which ones I mean? The small green balls. Those are peas. So basically saying that my brain is small. Not that I don't know, not the pea. The yellow pea. It's PEA. Okay. I like peas. Same. I actually like frozen peas too. Just snacking them. I don't know why, but they taste pretty good even if they're cold. I actually find that they have a more intense taste when they're not cooked. Maybe that's just, I don't know, I haven't eaten them for a while. Maybe that's just a wrong, you know, I remember it wrong. But I remember that they actually taste pretty good. Frozen. Do you work on a graphics tablet? Yep. Here it is. There you go. No display. Nobody needs a display? No. Yeah, I have no display right now on my tablet. I've been using this for probably multiple years now, this tablet. First for digital drawing and now for digital sculpting. But if I want to upgrade, I would probably grab a digital tablet or a tablet with a screen. I think there's a very, very significant... Well, that's my theory. I don't really know if that's true, but I think there's a very, very significant improvement in your sculpting or in your, I guess, precision when using a tablet when you have a display. I always like to compare it to a, when you're comparing digital drawing with a tablet without a display, comparing that to drawing with a pen just on paper. I at least find that drawing with a pen on paper, you have more control over your, I guess, pen strokes, rather than, or comparing that to the tablet. But that could just be me. And I think it could be the same. You know, you can just exactly look where you can see where you want to draw. I think that gives you a huge advantage when you want to, you know, do anything with tablets. But right now, I don't have a, I guess, display tablet. Do you have ArtStation? Followed you on Instagram? Oh, I do not. That is on my to-do list, but I haven't done it yet. So, Yeah, maybe probably at some point, but not right now. I want to add a forehead, which will probably look kind of weird, but that's okay. It's a monster, okay? It doesn't need to be beautiful. Okay. Oh, he has hair. I just realized I was wondering what was missing. Let's add some hair. Welcome back, Lilu. This one looks like my brother, but prettier. Oh no. Does your brother have no eyes? There you go. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed your Tuesday. Okay, it looks kind of weird, but we're gonna leave it there. Let's add some hair. The hair should be pretty simple. Maybe we're family. Maybe you have a secret brother in Barker that you don't know about. Let's block out the hair first. He has just like the small mohawk, it seems like. There you go. Invert, grab, zip. Perfect. Look at him. Oh, a new song that I've never heard before. Nice. Oh, should be... No, I'm not gonna deactivate symmetry just yet. Okay. He'll sue you because you used his photo without permission. Not if you don't tell him. So it's all on you. If he sues me, I'm gonna sue you for betrayal. And then you need to pay him, basically, in the end. Because I'm sure I'm gonna win. For snitching. Okay. 2 minutes. We can probably add some teeth now. We don't have any teeth. Add the gum first. We need a bed for the teeth. There you go. We also need a tongue. Perfect. Nice. Okay, let's add some teeth. I will probably set it to 50, otherwise we don't have enough resolution to really add any teeth. Then I need to use simplify to set up the resolution. There we go. Perfect. And then we can use the mask brush. Are they too big? No, they cannot be too big. There you go. Make them a little bit longer so we can use the smooth brush to make them sharper. Perfect. Look at that. We have 1 minute 30, perfect. Okay, let's do the upper half here. He seems to have like stumped teeth at the top. Let's make them a little bit bigger here, maybe. You know, an interesting coincidence that I realized today. So, you've probably never heard of The Ghost Rider after the movie came out in 2006 or so. But now, apparently Fortnite got inspired by my concept. And they're gonna release a Ghost Rider skin pack, I think this month, the 6th. So they, you know, they saw my video and they decided, oh, this looks like a cool concept. Let's add that into Fortnite. So maybe I can sue them, you know? They lost their last lawsuit against Apple. I think I can. I think I have a shot there. Pretty cool coincidence. There you go. Oh, hold on. 2 seconds. Well, no. There you go. Easy. Okay. He might even have a longer head than he has in the concept, but that's okay. There you go. Let's add the eye. I'm F bastard. Shift plus A, the shortcut you use to bump his teeth faces. Shift A is for, I guess, proximity selection. Shift A means that if you have the mask brush enabled, you can go into, for example, the ear, and if you only want to select the ear, you can press Shift A. It starts selecting from where you started or where you placed the cursor, and then if you move the cursor, you extend the selection. You can see it jumped to this part up here. If you want to avoid that, you can switch the mode. If you press 3, you switch to the other mode, which only selects what is connected to the original selected vertice, I guess you could say. So it doesn't jump to a different part of the mesh, basically. And this way you could, for example, select an ear, like this. You know, just Shift A, zip. And this way you can select more and more and more. And I use that actually quite a lot for stuff like different limbs, for fingers or stuff like that. Okay. Shift what? It's not A. Ask for your rights. I don't think I have any chance there. I mean, they bought the rights off of Marvel. I don't think I have any right to, you know. I don't have any rights. Okay. Oh, we need to save this boy real quick. Quick sketch. Quick sketch day 275. Okay. We need eyes. We need one eye. Let me pull that up real quick. There it is. Look at him. There you go. Let's place it right into the middle. There you go. Perfect. That looks pretty good. Is it too small? Maybe a little bit too small. That's better. Okay. I think the iris is too small. Although, I think it can work. It's not crazy, but maybe we can make the eye bigger. There you go. Oh, that works. Perfect. Okay. We already have the shader. Hold on. There it is. If you want to, I guess, do your own figure sculpts today, you know, you want to follow along, for example, you can find the links or the references in the description of this stream too. So if you want to practice some anatomy with me, you can find the references down below. I actually couldn't upload the thumbnail, the YouTube thumbnail on Discord just because it was too, I guess, explicit. Even though I covered everything, every extremities. Clyde doesn't like any skin. If the character doesn't wear a burqa or a full-on outfit, he doesn't like it. He might be strict, but at least he keeps us from certain doom. I want to... Okay, let's see where we place the camera. Usually the camera kind of controlled to where we place the lights. I think I want to do it like this. There you go. Okay, we need to set the world to black. There you go. Oh, very moody. Perfect. Next one, we have the other side. Actually, do we need this one? I don't think we need this one. It's pretty nice. It's pretty rough, but I think it came out pretty well for the time that we had. Not really refined necessarily, but you know, I said before, I don't want to spend too much time on this. I don't want to extend my time, so we're not going to work on this any longer. So which color should we use? I don't remember which colors we haven't used in a while. Let's see. I think green might be open. Hold on. So we used purple yesterday. Then we used green or turquoise, orange, yellow, pink, blue, and green. Maybe we can use some like a reddish color, like reddish pink maybe. I think that could be cool. So if we use like oh, not here. There you go. Where's the light? There it is. Maybe like this color. We haven't used that one in a while. One of my favorite colors. There you go. I actually want to keep this pretty dark for this one. I think that could look cool. I'm gonna make this dark gray. Like this. We can't really see any definition in the upper part of the head, which looks kind of weird. Although there isn't really that much definition anyway. But I think that's better. You can at least see the different eyebrows. Yeah, that's better. Perfect. Oh, we need the material. There it is. Perfect. Okay. Let's do the test render. Oh, should we use... Yeah, we should probably use depth of field. Let's add depth of field real quick and then we're done. Put it somewhere here on his nose probably. There you go. Go to the camera, set it to depth of field. It's already in there, the empty 0.4. Perfect. Oh, wait, the focus is completely off center. I think we should place... Oh, that's the wrong one that I moved. Okay. Well, I wanted to use this one. There you go. Okay. Test render. PP afterwards. There you go. Oh, look at that glow. Perfect. It's still too much. Let's set it to, not 8, set it to 6. Yeah, perfect. Okay. And render. There you go. while it's rendering, as always, keep in mind to stay hydrated. I have my water, which is almost empty. Gonna refill my bottle real quick, and then we're gonna go finish this image or the render. There it is. I'll be right back. 30 seconds. Okay, let's get it done. Looks like an aura. Yeah, a little bit. I don't want to have it too glowy. It's just supposed to be, you know, it's supposed to suggest that there's like an atmosphere, I guess you could say. Okay, perfect. Is that the final render? Yeah, it is. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Quick. Oh. PNG. Two, 7, 5. Perfect. Let's go in here. Where's my quick sketch? There it is. Nope, that's the wrong one. Why? I always select the wrong one. There you go. Okay. Oh. Good old selective color correction, just to kind of make the image, I guess, gray tones, change them, adjust them a little bit. I like to have it a little bit darker here, and then maybe even darker in the background. Not too dark though. And then we can bump up the white tones too. Just add some contrast there. Perfect. See, before, after, before, after. Extend the range, I guess, of the colors. And then we can also use the saturation here, bump that up. Just to make the image a little bit more colorful. Perfect. Save it. And then we're ready. We're done. You can see both my hard drives are almost full. I just bought a new one. 1 terabyte. Should get me through the next year. So, yeah. It's not going to be an issue anymore. Of course, most of my, I guess, C drive is filled by videos or recordings, which I can probably delete half of them. So I can definitely clean it up. But, you know, 1 terabyte more doesn't hurt. Okay, we're ready. Let's get back to Blender. I'm going to upload the image, as always, to social media. And then we can go back to, we can begin with the figure sculpting session. Maybe you've downloaded the references too. Maybe you want to do your own ones. You can post them in the Discord if you want. Of course, if you haven't joined the Discord yet, ! Discord to join. You could post your own artworks. You could even post them in the personal feedback session, in the personal feedback channel, to get feedback on them on Thursday. Thursday is going to be the next personal feedback session. If you have an image that you want to get personal feedback on, you can place it in there, you can post it in there, and then we're going to look at it on Thursday and give you feedback. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, I'm going to play the compilation. In 3 minutes, we're going to begin. And then, yeah, we're going to begin the sculpting the figure sculpting session. Hope you enjoy the compilation. I'll see you in 3 minutes. There you go. We can begin the session. We can begin exploring the human body and its anatomy, its composition, its building blocks, and how they interact, or how they work, how they move, how they change in different poses. We have 2 models today, or 2 references. We have a female model and a male model. The male model is, I guess, a little bit more muscular. The female model is more, I guess, I don't know, what would be the equivalent, or the opposite of that? I guess less muscular, thinner, whatever. To have 2 different styles, basically. For one, to focus on the musculature, to sculpt the musculature, and for the other one, to sculpt muscles that are less defined, basically. So let's go to a new file. There you go. We have the references. I have the references right here. Let me upload them. We're gonna begin with the male reference, just because I decide that we're gonna begin with that one. Welcome back, James. Welcome back, Hustler. Hope you both had a great Tuesday. Seems like a weird coincidence that you both joined at the same time. Have you been scheming? Hope you enjoyed your Tuesday. There you go. We have different references. We have 2 references for each. Of course, the female and the male body. I did some blurring out, and I guess whatever. Like, I made it PG, you could say, to make it stream friendly. So this one is the skin variant, where you can see the skin, what he looks like with skin. And then we have another one without the color, basically. There you go. to have different, you know, with this one especially, you can see the different values a little bit better. You can see the dark values better. You can see the highlights a little bit better. For example, if you look at the muscles here on the stomach, the abs, you can see they might be a little bit more visible in this one than in this one, more defined. That's why I like to have both. I like to have both a black and white reference and then a I guess colored reference, you know, because both have their advantages. Also is my GF. Oh. I like the underwear. I don't even like you. What do you mean? Oh, good friend? Okay, I thought girlfriend. Yeah, I know. It was just a joke. I know you're not, or at least I think you're not, you know, planning something. Okay, yep. We're gonna begin with this one, and then we're gonna go to the female model or to the female reference afterwards. We're gonna begin with a sphere. I think that's the best way to start, and we're gonna sculpt each one for an hour. So I'm gonna set a timer for an hour, and then we have, we have a perfect schedule, or perfect, you know, amount of time for each one of them. There you go, timer. Okay, nothing, I don't think we need to say anymore. We know what we need to do, so let's get right into it. I will probably focus on the body rather than the head, and the fingers will probably also be pretty rough. If we even add them, we'll see. I want to focus more on the body, the legs, and all that stuff, rather than the small details, you know, the smaller, I guess, parts of the body. So yeah. Yeah. We can begin. We have our pen at hand. I have my timer. So let's begin this this first reference, or this first sculpt. Learn some more anatomy. Yeah. We can begin in 3, 2, 1, go. There you go. Okay. So I like to begin with, if I start with a character, I like to begin with the head. We can probably do the same here too. We can probably begin with the head, and then we can extend it to the body. I don't really like to begin with the body and then go to the head. I don't know, just a personal preference, I guess. I don't need to make this super detailed. I just want to make a standard head. There you go. Okay. Make it nice and smooth. Perfect. There you go. So we have the head now. We don't need any more. We might need to rotate it, but we could do that later. There you go. Of course, as always, the workflow will first be to focus on the blocking everything out first before we go into any details, because the most important part about getting anatomy right is getting the proportions right. If you have perfect anatomically perfectly, or you know, correctly placed muscles, they will still not look right if you're oh, we probably need to remove symmetry too. Yeah. Okay, well, there you go. You will not have a the body will not look correct if your muscles are perfect but they don't have good proportions. So always make sure that the proportions look right before you go into any detail when it comes to sculpting bones, sculpting muscles, or any of that. Okay. There you go. Of course, sculpting without symmetry can be annoying, but you know, that's just the that's just how it is. I will not extend the time if we're not done with it. This is not supposed to be a perfect sculpt. It's just supposed to be a practice. Learning experience. Okay, we need to... So if you look at it now, we can see he has his back shoulder higher than the front shoulder. and also slightly rotate it back like this. So it looks, no, it looks like, yeah, it looks like this. So we need to first of all pull the shoulder back. There you go. And then we need to pull the other one forward. He also has his shoulders pulled upwards because he wants to look through the scope of the imaginary gun. So let's create the body first. It feels so weird sculpting without symmetry. There you go. I actually wanted to do an asymmetrical sculpt at some point, and I'm happy that we can get to it now. Why can't I make the difference if it's practice or perfect sculpt? You just have to be very decisive. It can very quickly become a project about making the perfect sculpt, even though you wanted to make it just practice. All you need is a willpower. You can decide whether or not it's going to be a perfect sculpt or just practice. Nobody else can help you there. Okay. We need to pull the shoulders higher. Same here. Okay. We can also see that the neck muscles are... So if what the neck muscles actually do here in the back, like right here, the muscles in the middle, they pull your shoulders together. They also pull them up like this. So you can either do this, pull your shoulders back, or you can pull them together like upwards with them. And you can see here, if you pull your shoulders up, as he does, we need to accentuate the neck muscles too. I want to focus on the overall shape first though. So let me block the rest out first. Probably the chest in general. There you go. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Why are you so mean to me? There you go. Okay. This shoulder is further back and the other one is further forward. There you go. Okay. There you go. Do this one here. Make it nice and round. Also wider. There you go. Keep in mind that the neck muscles have a certain volume too, especially if they're flexed. Okay. Let's go and add the rest here first. Just going to select this and then extend it down. Oh, wait. Let's try again. Still had the other mask on the head. I don't need that anymore. I just need one down here. There you go. Grab it. Pull it down. You can see he is standing pretty straight. He's not hunched forward. He's not holding, like he's not doing this. He's just kind of he's looking straight. He might be a little bit hunched forward, but I think it's only really his neck, his shoulders, and his head that is sort of not straight. So we're just gonna pull it straight down. There you go. Looking at the anatomy when it comes to proportions also means looking at the length of everything. How long should the chest be compared to the head? how big, how wide should the shoulders be. That's why it's always good to have the head in the beginning, because then you can kind of determine everything else. Relating back to the head, so you can say, hey, the shoulders should be roughly 3 heads wide, or 1 head apart from the head itself, basically. This way you can very easily create, you can kind of relate everything back to the head proportion, or the head size when it comes to proportions. That's why I like to begin with the head in general. Just do some, not random, but some rough muscles here. That's the neck muscle right there, going to both sides. It's in like this T shape right here, with this weird hole here in the middle. Then it goes down. Okay. We need some more room here too. Okay, you also see here this arched back. So the shoulders kind of create like one curve with the rest of the back, and then you create this S curve at the end where it moves into the butt. So we need to move this slightly forward. That's just the normal arc or arch of the spine. There you go. So we have the shoulder right here. Shoulder connects to the scapula. I think it's the scapula. It's these. No, it's the these bones right here. I don't remember what they're called. That's where they connect to. The I guess the shoulder in the back, or the back shoulder part. There are 3 parts to the shoulder. Okay, we need to definitely change the shape here in the front. Looks too flat right now. Add some more roundness. There you go. Okay. The shoulder, this one needs to actually point forward, or more forward than it does right now, because if you move your arm forward like this, your shoulder also, because it's attached to the arm basically, moves with the rotation of the arm. So we need to move the shoulder slightly more forward. Probably somewhere over here. Like there. Perfect. If you move your shoulder or your arm forward, that also means that the shoulder part in the back is stretched or relaxed, and the part in the front is flexed, because this part of the muscle is basically connected to the forearm and pulls the forearm into the middle of the body, or in front of the body. So this part here in the front is flexed, and the other one is relaxed here in the back. There you go. We have the neck muscle that also connects to the bone right here. This bone. That's also where the neck muscle connects to. Right there, and then it goes all the way back to the back of the head. Perfect. Do the same here. Go forward. There you go. Let's refine this shoulder a little bit. Of course, it's kind of weird to do it without the arm. The arm, of course, is where the shoulder connects to, and not having that connection makes it kind of awkward sculpting the shoulder. But we're going to add it in just a second. I think this shoulder is too... This one is too close, and the other one is too far back. Okay. You can see this one needs to be even higher, so we need to pull it up. Oh. Okay. Starting to look right. Maybe even higher. The entire thing. I think we need to put the head slightly more forward. Further forward. Let's grab the head real quick. Nope, where is it? There it is. Lasso mask. Perfect, select everything. There you go. And then move it forward. Oh, that's the wrong one. There you go. We might deform it a little bit just because of the fall off of the brush. But that's okay. Might be a little bit too big, actually. Well, or the body's too small, rather. But we can, of course, always change the head, too. Okay. Let's go back to the body. I want to go to the... Should we add the arms first? No, let's go to the rest of the body first. So we have the latissimus right here that connects to the arm. Right here, going all the way down, connecting to the spine. Right there. We have the same on this side. Okay. Then we also have a muscle that is also connecting to the arm, which is placed right here. It's a little bit smaller. It's actually made out of 3 smaller muscles, which are hard to see. I think the first one looks like... It's always hard to remember what the actual layout is. I'm going to show you which ones I mean. I mean these ones here. This one right there. Looks like a flower with 2 petals going in one direction and then in the other one. One to the side and one upwards, and then there's a smaller one underneath both of them. So if you would draw that out, we would have one that is like this, then one like this, and then one that is underneath the 2. Right there. Okay. Do the same on the side. We have one right here, one right here, and then one right there. Okay. There you go. Let's go to the front real quick, lay out these muscles. So we have, of course, the chest muscles, the pecs, that connect to the arm, because they're supposed to pull the arm forward into the middle of the body, like this. And then they connect here in the middle. They're attached in the middle, rather. go, that's the first one. Then we have another one up here. Of course, if you move your arm higher, the muscle, of course, because it's attached to the forearm, will also get pulled up, which is why you have like a stretched pec if you raise your arm like this, which we can also see in here for this muscle, for both basically. You can see there's no real weight down here. There's no sort of, I guess, it's pretty flat down here. Usually if you have your arms not raised, there's like a slight boob, you could say, that you can see there. But it's not really there because the sort of, I guess, volume gets pulled up, or the muscle, so it doesn't just rest or hangs down. Okay. Okay, I rotated this a little bit weirdly. I'm gonna show you why soon. Not yet. It's gonna be a spoiler. It's gonna be not gonna be spoiled, rather. There you go. To this side here, do the same. We definitely need to make the back a little bit wider. Then we have the abs. Let's just quickly add the rest of the upper body. Oh. Getting quite warm in my room. Let me just quickly take off my hoodie. Okay, we're cool and ready to continue. Let's see, so we're going to pull this down just so we can have the crotch area, or at least the ab area right here. There we go. Looking at the side view so we can keep the same profile here. Oh. Okay. We have the abs right here. Go down to the crotch area. Perfect arrow pointing down. And there you go. We have one muscle that, we have these muscles here that connect to the ribs, I think, if I remember correctly. Right here. Then we have the butt here in the back. Perfect. Add some volume to these buns. Okay. I think the abs are definitely too long. We need to make them shorter. Just a little bit. There you go. We then have another muscle that goes into the middle, sort of the crotch area right here, creating the love handle, as some might call it. Going back here. Actually above the butt. Right here. Of course, I can also look at my own écorché, my 3D anatomy reference. I didn't buy it to not look at it. I bought it to have anatomy ready and accessible. This friend right here. Go. Same side. I mean the other side too. This muscle is always super weird to me. I don't really understand it yet. So these muscles here, especially in this area, are probably the ones that I have the least knowledge about right now. Should probably read up on those, or watch some videos about those, because that probably help a lot in understanding how they work. Oh, there goes my cable. Who needs it anyway? It's a friend. It's a very, very helpful friend. Okay. Oh, hello. Please let me use my tools. Do we have a different view? No. So one angle that we don't have is this one, actually. We can see it's this one we don't have, but we can probably kind of guess it ourselves, at least to a certain degree. Fingers is what I call those rib muscles. Oh, really? I guess. I don't really know what I should call those. They were just weird. They're side abs. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Half. And then there you go. Okay, just to lay it out. I think overall it's way too thin right now. We need to make the shoulders wider. There you go. That's better. Maybe that's a little bit too wide now. Very, very fine balance between too much and too little. Calling that's what they look like. Yeah, a little bit. I'd like to just call them ribs. I hated them when I was drawing, and I now hate them too. Just because they're weird. I think they're supposed to, or they're responsible for body rotation. So if you move your chest in a different direction than your hips, but still. They're weird. Okay. This muscle looks good. Okay. Pull it down. Okay. So those are the muscles I use when I want to crack my back? Exactly. Are you guys talking about the serratus? Because they're the coolest muscles in the body. The serratus? Hold on, let me see. I have these handy little cheat sheets here. There you go. They came with the écorché. They're called external obliques. That's what they're called. I can't find the serratus right now. Well, that's those are the obliques. Maybe that helps. Welcome, Maya. Hope you enjoyed your Tuesday. Welcome, welcome. Okay, I think we need legs, otherwise it kind of looks... I don't know where to put everything, so I kind of want to place add some legs now. All muscles are fine as long as they're useful. I mean, I don't know if there's any muscle that is useless. There are some bones that are useless, but I don't think there are any muscles that are useless. I mean, the bones probably have a use too, but, you know, for example, the pinky toe usually doesn't really do much for us. We could live without it too, without any big, without suffering any, you know, I guess drawbacks. At least that's what I read on. That's what I read. Could be a complete lie, but maybe, you know. You can never trust the internet. But you guys were a bit farther up the body. Serratus are diagonal muscles across the ribs, heading into the abdominal section. Wait, higher than this? We have the chest, we have the shoulder. I'm not an expert when it comes to muscles. Are they more like underlying muscles? Pretty unproductive day. Oh no. You know, sometimes, you know, you gotta have bad days to have good days, or to appreciate the good days. I think the head is still too big. We can make it smaller though. Soon. Blow the chest from the armpit section. Hold on. Okay. Let me see if I can find them in my cheat sheet. Ah, there. Oh, yeah. These are basically the ones that are like intersecting with the what are they called? The obliques, right? So if you look at the reference here, oh, there's no. So if you look at the, can you actually see that? Hold on. You look at the reference here. There's a small green patch in the armpit. So there's the orange one, which are the obliques right here, but then there's a small green patch in the armpit. That's where they're located. We have 20 minutes left, so maybe we won't get to that much more. Let's go into get to the other leg real quick. You know what? No, let's add some more mass here real quick. So I think these ones can be, so these ones, this session is basically similar to a quick I guess, quick pose session in drawing. What the goal of that is basically just to understand the, I guess, to learn how to quickly understand a specific pose of a human or of a character, and then quickly being able to put that down on paper, or, you know, sculpt it in this example, for example. You know, understanding the anatomy, what changes in the body when you do a certain pose. That's sort of what you practice with this exercise. Not necessarily putting down the muscles in the perfect way possible, but rather kind of understanding different poses in different, I guess, yeah, different poses and how the muscles react to them, or how what the muscles do to put your body in that pose. Not all days can be productive and perfect. Maybe you need to breathe a little today. Yeah, you know, I always like, when I have a bad day or when something bad happens to me, I always think, you know, I'm gonna look back at this and laugh when everything's you know, better again, when I have a good day, which usually makes the bad days less bad. They ask were muscles not how muscle. Well, muscles are have no personality. They have no opinions, okay? And if they do, then they're not allowed to voice them. So who cares? Been having some really off days for some months. So much stress, just overwhelming. Yeah, I know what you mean. Sometimes it just feels like the day's never ending, and it's never getting better, maybe. But there's always something better in the near future. Maybe it's just like one day, you know, where you can just do whatever you want, or maybe it's maybe it just, you know, at some point just overall gets better. Maybe, you know, you like the Christmas season soon coming up. Maybe that can, you know, probably if you're in university or you're just working, there's probably some free time there that you can do whatever you want. Make it valuable for yourself. Just wait until Pixar makes a movie about sentient muscles, like they did with Toys, Cars, and Motions. I don't think they're gonna make one about muscles. I think that would be more like a horror movie. I mean, they sort of did it with the movie about emotions and how they can control the body. You know, with these different characters for different emotions, like sadness, joy, and angry, and the other one was, I think, doubtfulness or whatever. You know, that's sort of what you that controlled. Now, well, it doesn't really necessarily control the body, but they sort of controlled what the people felt and how they acted, I guess. This would be a series, not a movie, then. Fury just discuss sadness, happiness, and stress. Yeah. I just remember the red one, the yellow one with blue hair, and the blue one. I don't remember what the other one was. Wasn't there another one with like a long nose? There were two female emotions and two male emotions. One of them looked like, yeah, short blue hair. The other one also had short blue hair, but you know, blue in general, or even white hair with a blue body, and then I think a towel and a sweater on. Not a towel, but like a blanket. Or like a, yeah, you know. Okay, it's not perfect yet, but that's okay. Let's add the other leg first. Gotta catch some sleep now. 2:30 a.m. Oh no. Okay. Hope your Wednesday will be better. Have a good rest of your evening. Thank you for joining. Thank you for hanging out. 3 female emotions: joy, sadness, and disgust. Wait. Oh, disgust was the green one, right? Then I misremember. It's yeah, disgust was the yeah. With the Karen hairstyle. I think I remember. And then there you have the angry little dude. That is always exploding when he's angry. Okay, the other one looks very similar. The other leg, just mirrored. So we have a big muscle right here. It goes all the way to the middle right there. That creates most of the volume that you can see in the silhouette of a character. Especially for female characters. Well, for males too, you can see how wide it is down there. 14 minutes left, perfect. We can probably do, we can add the arms, and then I think that's all we can do for this one. Okay, they have a very, very big size difference. Let's change that. I think the upper body is a little bit too short. I need to do these more often. Especially asymmetry. You know, it robs your time because you need to do everything twice. No excuses though, okay? There will be no excuses. If it looks bad, then it looks bad. That gives us plenty of room to improve the next time we do it. Skin modifier, pose it fast, apply sculpt. Yeah, you could do that too. I want us to begin with a sphere. We're probably going to do the same for the female reference too. I don't know, I just like beginning with a sphere. Maybe that's a bad idea, but if we do one of these again, then we can begin with a with the skin modifier. Are you guys shy when you have to judge or make a male body? What do you mean with shy? I don't really see this as well. I wouldn't consider myself shy, like in general, but I don't really see this like as a like person. You know, it's just like an image. So there's nothing really I need to be ashamed of while sculpting it. Embarrassed? Why? Because you see someone else's naked body? I mean, as long as they, you know, consent to it. It's not, I think I know what you mean, like, I wouldn't show off my, like, nude sketches that I've done back in the day to practice anatomy, you know, to others, because it could be weird. If somebody just sees that with no context, but, you know, if you, you know, usually nobody really, I mean, even if they see that, you know, they can either judge you without asking you, or they can ask you. If they don't ask, then who cares what they think? And if they do, then, you know, you can explain it to them. I don't think you, I think there's always, you know, a certain, well, you know, even if you like to draw like in nude characters or whatever, I don't think there's anybody that should judge you about it, and or that you should be like, you know, be embarrassed about. It's what you would like to do, and you know, why would somebody else dictate what you want to do? Be like, Proco, teach anatomy with your own body. Okay, it is time to make his body longer. Kind of looks weird right now. Zip. Wait, I would probably want to include this. There you go. Okay. Okay. Invert. Nope, not invert. Grab. You can probably just pull it down. There we go. Life's too short to care about others' opinions. Yeah, well, that's a hard thing to, it's true, but it's hard to do whenever you know, everywhere. Once you can do that, you're gonna live a very, very happy life. I think the most valuable thing that I've learned in the last year or so is the best thing you can do to make your to live, or to make your life, I guess, more valuable, make your life experience more like, to improve your life in the most significant way possible, is to destroy your ego. Whether it's like, you know, a few examples that I kind of come across is like, destroying your ego basically means like that you don't really care about what others say about you. You don't really, yeah, that's basically it. And you don't really pride yourself on something. You accept your flaws. You still know that you can work on them. You accept where you are in life. You know that you can improve your situation, which, you know, leads to stuff like, you're not going to fight so much with other people, because you don't really, you know, if somebody says like, oh, your work is trash, you can either say, wait, what did you say to me? What did you say to me? You want to fight? You want to catch these hands? Or you could say, yeah, that's true. I know that I'm trash right now, but if you come back a year later, I think I'm gonna be way better than I am right now. Or you can say, he can also say, or that person could say, you're trash. You can say like, yeah, well, that's just your opinion. I think I'm pretty good in what I do, and I'm going to be better a year later. And you know, you have your own opinion, but that doesn't really reflect my view about myself. Ego might be my weakness. Ego. Yeah, ego is probably most people's weakness. It's either that or it's trying to live up to other people's expectations. Not living your own life, but the life that other people want you to live. That's probably another big one. Problem with that one is, well, they might want you to live a certain way, but they're not living your life. Which, you know, that's where the problem lies. If you're not happy with how other people want you to live, then you're not going to be happy in life. They might be happy with you, but you're not going to be happy with yourself. Coming back to the ego thing, I think that's also where shyness comes from. You see others, you're scared of what others might think of whatever you do, so you don't want to share it with them because you're scared of a negative reaction. And you know, if you don't really care about what others, or if you just accept what others say, you know, you're gonna be more confident. Just say no you or your mom. Just because you're trash can doesn't mean you're trash can't. True. Wiser words have never been spoken. Okay. I think the legs are okay now. Let's go to the arms. Arms are not existent right now, so let's add those. They're quite useful if you don't know. So the first one is slightly tilted downwards forward. Right there somewhere. Not there. Maybe a little bit further here. Let's see. Somewhere over here. Okay. That's good. Then we need to think about what the rotation of the forearm, the upper arm is. Is it more like this? Or is it more like this? If it's more like this, the biceps is pointing upwards. But if you rotate it, you can see that it rotates to the side. If you look at his hand, you can see the biceps actually right there. It is slightly in a diagonal angle. Usually it's underneath the shoulder. Insert meme of the guy who no arms and legs that moves by rolling on the floor. You probably have that meme on your phone, don't you? We talked about your meme collection last week, I think. Okay, we have the shoulder right here. That not only connects to the bone right here. You know, I remember knowing the name of that bone pretty surely, but now I can't remember. Just my brain probably thinks that's not important for some reason. I think the rotation needs to be further down here. He has brain instead of muscles, so he can roll the world. He probably has insane abs, though. So if you want to train your abs by passively just moving, just cut off your arms and legs, and you're good. That'll teach you how to train your abs. Same with the people that have no legs, but arms. They have like insane arms because they always move with them, especially forearms. We have 1 minute. Well, that's a quick one. Gotta be quicker next time. Wait, is it in the front or in the back? Oh, it's in the front. It's right there. That's the biceps right there. Then we have the triceps right here. There you go. Okay. It's not perfect, but it's gets the job done. There you go. That's the timer. We need to go to the next one. It's not good. It's not great. It's not okay, but it's acceptable. Okay? It is what it is. Let's go to the next one. No compromises. Just go straight to the next one. Don't even think about it. Let's pull up the reference for it, which is this one. There you go. This is the pose for this character. What I was looking for these is an asymmetrical pose. Just because this way you can practice different positions for the arms, for example. If you have this, for example, you would do the exact same that we have on this arm too. But if you do like, I don't know, this, you have two different positions, which have different ways the muscles move, which you can then, you know, put into practice. So you can do two different arm positions in one. Still better than most of us can do. No. You just need to do it for long enough. Okay, let's begin. We have no time. Okay. Oh, let's begin with symmetry here. I want to try something for this one. A slightly different workflow. Okay. Smooth it out. Perfect. Quick reminder. On Thursday, we're going to do the next feedback session. So if you have a piece that you want to get feedback on, make sure to post that in the Discord channel. If you haven't joined yet, !Discord. Put your pieces in there so we can look at them on Thursday. I think we have 2 right now. So there's some more room for some more. There you go, we have the head. Let's begin. I want to work a little bit longer with symmetry because I want to pose the character a little bit later. Bot invite works? No, but if somebody types it, I know that I can just quickly pull up a new link and I can post it in the chat myself. You don't need to type it. You're already in the Discord. Left my invite in my other pants. Well, time to go back home and get them. You're not gonna come in here without your invite. In a spam in a can. You're chatting too much for doing these references. I mean, these sculpts with me. If you joined the stream, then you need to participate. That's how it works. Never had spam before? Same. I think that's more like a American thing. I don't even know if we have it here. We have probably different, like, I guess different, like, not from the same company, but from another one, but I don't think we have spam here. I've seen it before in real life, but I don't have it. I've never seen it in the store. Yeah, canned meat, yeah. Okay. There you go. Looks so long. Why? Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. Let's go back to the shoulders. So I'm gonna extend the shoulders. I'm gonna create the core first, and then I'm gonna add some rotation. There you go. Grab the mask and pull it down. What looks so long? The number with the amount of memes in your phone. That's what's long. Too long. You've probably never sent some of them ever, but you know, maybe at some point I need them. You're basically like somebody that like a hoarder, but for memes. Probably have some that don't even exist on the internet anymore. Also girthy. Oh, it's getting wider. Oh. Now it's getting more interesting. We have that. We have the neck. Let's go here. Always kind of hard to just gauge how long the chest should be. It should be how long? 3 heads? Well, a little bit less, but roughly 3 heads, which would mean 1, 2, a little bit longer. Okay. Let's add the ribcage outline so we can sort of see where we are. It's actually pretty low. There you go. You know, that's why I chose 2 different sort of body types. One that has more muscle, one that has less. Because it is, you know, if you have a lot of muscles, the muscles shape the body shape, or the body gets shaped by the muscles. If you have a lot of, if you don't have a lot of muscles, then the bones sort of create the shape of the body. And you need to understand both to create whatever character you need, or you want. It doesn't look like a lean or, I guess, thin character if you cannot see the bony landmarks on the body, for example, on the shoulder. It doesn't really work if you have very broad or voluminous shoulders. You need certain hard edges and corners. Let's add the hips. One thing to keep in mind, hips are not the widest part of the body. We saw that with the male reference. The widest part are the legs. If you draw a character, for example, or you see a character from the front and you see, oh, they have wide hips. The hips aren't actually the part that is wide. The legs make it wide. The thick thighs, basically. Let's fill this spot here with some muscle. There's nothing right now. Time to fill it up. Looks like something else with the top out of frame. You always think about the wrong things in life. It can be whatever you want it to be. Welcome back, Lego. Hope you enjoyed your Tuesday. That's why my parents keep thinking of me. The right things? Maybe. Depends on the situation. And the person you're with. Or around. Okay, time to block out the muscles a little bit so we can sort of put down the landmarks and see the proportions a little bit better. There you go. Maybe it's a little bit too long actually. Okay. A lot more muscle than... Hold on. What do you mean? With a lot more muscles than the reference has? Explain yourself? Of course, we can sort of work longer with symmetry in this one because it's sort of more symmetrical, especially in the core area, but also because it's, well, because we wanted to. I wanted to. You have no control over me. The girl, yeah, the girl in the reference is skinnier. What I like to do is I like to define the muscles first, and then I like to reduce them. This way I can sort of control the, I guess, the anatomy a little bit better. And then I can just, you know, smooth them a little bit, make them smaller to put them in the right, I guess, proportions. That's why they, in the beginning, looked very, very ripped. And then in the end, they are, you know, more natural. Okay. Yeah, fat distribution is another big factor, not only in faces, but especially in bodies. How it changes, especially between the genders. even if you know, even also when you're more, I guess, obese, or you know, I guess if you have a bigger body percentage, it also changes the body a lot, and the distribution can actually vary too, where fat is distributed between two people. Okay. Can we do more without, I mean, with symmetry? Then we need to go into asymmetry now. I think the head overall is bigger again than it should be. That's probably better. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Okay. Symmetry off. Now it's getting spicy. Create the sort of... we can probably add the shoulder right away. This one's pointing upwards, of course. Also rotating slightly. Okay. Bring the collarbone, now I remember. More into the middle of the shoulder. Somewhere over here. Usually if you lift your arm, you can't really see the collarbone, or the joint connecting the collarbone with the upper arm. See there's this certain very, very specific line where the shoulder connects to the muscles. I mean to the bones. Right here. Okay. 30 minutes. No stress. Let's go to the other shoulder. The other shoulder is pointing downwards. Also backwards. Let's add the middle here. There we go. Okay. think this shoulder's way too small right now. There you go. I think overall the body is a little bit too wide. Maybe even too long. Everything's wrong. Oh no. Okay. Let's add the pecs right here. They're not going to be that voluminous. We have 2 bags of fat. And I guess, yeah, mostly fat that take up the space, the volume here on the chest. But the pecs still play a part in the I guess shape of the body. There's no right or wrong. I don't know. I think with anatomy there's a certain right or wrong. Sculpt lips in the forehead. Exactly. We need some chest lips. That's what's missing. Okay. Let's add the arms and legs first right now, because that's something that bothers me. Because I can't really finish the shoulders if I don't have any arms. I feel like the ribcage is too big. Could be. I think, yeah, we definitely need to add the breasts too. Let's do the arms first and then we can do the rest of the upper body. We're fine, we have 29 minutes, perfect. No need to rush. Okay. Oh, sorry. I think what is missing is water in my body. Let's drink some water. Always stay moist inside of your body. Okay. Let's add both arms first, and then we can refine them a little bit. Okay. This arm should go back. Yep. That's a very weird arm. But that's okay. That's getting better. Shoulder was rotated in a very weird way. Oh, hello. I wanted to use the smooth brush, please. There you go. Okay, that looks interesting. Okay, now that we can at least, you know, add the attachments, for example, for the chest here, for the pecs. Same for the shoulders, the actual correct placements here. Because right now it looks very, very messy. Wrong, one might say. The smooth brush makes your sculpts go down quicker, more easily. Adds less friction, makes it frictionless. There you go. I think this is the quietest stream ever on my channel. I'm too concentrated. There's a timer and there's a lot to do. Then there needs to be more concentration. Okay, that should be good enough for now. That's the biceps. Okay. Leave it there. Okay. This connection is weird. It has a curve that is not correct. There should be less of an angle. Oh, we need to move the elbow further out. You usually join your stream for the high octane cocaine fueled rants and furries. Well, I don't think if you're gonna find the latter most of the time, but maybe not even the cocaine, but maybe the high octane rants. Let's say mid octane. the mid-octane, no drug-fueled rants. Okay, let's go to the other arm real quick. Let's see, what does the shoulder look like? It's connecting there, perfect. Right here. This ending of the shoulder, this sort of corner right there, determines where the muscles are. The biceps is in front of that muscle. Then we have another part of the biceps, which is actually coming from behind it, and then joining the biceps. Then, of course, you have the triceps behind it too. So you have one muscle that goes like this. It is right here. You have the biceps in the front, and then you have the triceps in the back. Of course, she doesn't have huge muscles, so we don't need to define it too much. There's one thing we definitely need to add to this one, which you can see here on the right side. We haven't really changed the shoulder blades yet. Shoulder blades are a very important part of the back, especially the arms. They move a lot when you move your arms, so we need to bring those in too. Okay. What is that song? That's a hype song, if I've ever heard one. Here goes the drop. Oh my god! Oh my god! There you go. Nice. Make this sculpting session more epic. That brings the high octane. Hell yeah. Okay. Let's add the chesticles. Very important. What I usually do for them is I like to draw out like a, I guess, circle first, where they're placed. Like this. Roughly. I'm not the best at them, but, you know, the more you do, the better you get. Draw them out like this. Do the same on the other side. There you go. Add some weight to them, aka more volume at the bottom. Okay. And then you can kind of merge them into the chest. Create a transition between this part here and the rest of the body. like this. Okay, let's do the other side. And then we can fine tune them a little bit. 17 minutes. Perfect. The perfect amount of time. All the time in the world. Could have never asked for more. That's the exact amount of time that I wanted. Okay. I think that's okay for now. Keep the side profile in mind too. Santa Claus? Why? Why Santa Claus? Oh, because of hee hee hoo hoo. He's already coming. Santa Claus joined the stream. Behave. If you want to get your PlayStation 5 this year. Probably that rare that not even the Santa Claus could get one. A carrier of chesticles. I don't know if that's a good wish. Just those, not the rest. I mean, I guess to each their own. I don't know if that's legal though, if they're real. But you know, that's not my problem. You do you. I'm not here to judge. I wonder at what level an artist could justify buying a realistic sex doll as research material. I don't think they are like very like anatomically correct necessarily. I think they're more optimized for a different cause. They're not really made to be an écorché. Let's say that. If you catch my drift. Me do me, exactly. saw some real ones. I don't know. Maybe. I have not done a lot of research in that area. I don't think I need a real, like, life-size anatomy reference. I have at least a male one at home. I don't need another one. I think we should see Christmas as an hostage taking. First we have the gifts, then we behave. Ooh. I don't know if that's a good strategy though. I don't think Santa Claus likes to negotiate. I think he isn't scared to crack the whip. I don't think we have much to say in that regard. I think we either do or we get either way, but we can decide what we get, I guess. Don't be so rich you can just get escort and ask them to propose. Maybe not that rich, okay? You know, if I don't talk too much, at least you can hear my incessant, my rapid keyboard clicking. Isn't that something nice to listen to? ASMR, basically. Who needs an ASMR channel if you can just watch somebody? You know, you can not only listen to something, you can also see somebody do something. Isn't that even better? That's the new meta. Not only ASMR, but also sculpting on top. Okay. Let's add some legs. We have 9 minutes. Should just be enough to add the legs. Hopefully. Wait. Okay. First of all, we need to extend the hips just slightly. Because we need some of that. We need some room for the buns. I think I made that joke before. I'm not someone that won't recycle jokes. Okay. go. Add the crotch right here. We have the legs right here on the side. Okay, time to add the legs. Number 1, which goes forward, right? Yeah. Slightly forward. There you go. And the other one is going backwards. Oh no, straight down. Go. Okay. We have the big muscle in the leg right here. There it is. Do you see it? Which, of course, as we said before, is the thickest part of the body, or the widest, standing straight. And we have a second one right here that goes around the knee and ends right there. It's not an end right there, but it kind of hides or connects with this muscle right here. It does like a... This would be the kneecap right there. It looks kind of like this. There you go. Something like this. Okay. And we have the muscles here in the back. Which are basically sort of similar to a triceps. There's also two parts here, one on the left, one on the right. They split at some point, and then we have the calves connecting to the femur right here. Okay. Might be a little bit too wide. That's better. We're not in anime land, okay? Where the thighs cannot be thick enough. We're in real life. There's a certain border that cannot be crossed. Rovs? Do you mean lofts? R is not even close to L, so you probably don't want to say loves. What is Roth? Never heard that word in my life. Are you speaking alien? Tell me, are you from outer space? You can trust me. Okay, 1 minute. Well, that's unfortunate. This will probably be a Greek sculpture with only a few limbs. Some of them are missing. Oh, now I get it, okay. Japanese can't say L, and instead of that they say R. Yeah. I get it. Your memes are too deep for my brain. I can't keep up. Too much concentration being put into this sculpt. Oh, another new song. I don't even know from where that's from. Should be another Stream Beats song. I think that's the only one that I added. We can pronounce H. You can't talk shit about French. We have a French person here. Defend yourself. Most people can't pronounce R or R or R. You mean rolling your tongue? Oh no, it's over. Okay, well, here we are. Well, it's not perfect, it's not good, it's acceptable. It's it's something. Yeah. Let's save this atrocity. Okay. Yeah. We have our end results after an hour for each. As I said before, they're not perfect, but they're, you know, still practice. If they're not perfect, as we said before, if we can spot mistakes, well, first of all, you need to spot mistakes to correct them. And if we can spot mistakes because we see that it doesn't look right, then we have mistakes that we can correct the next time, or that we can at least, you know, think of the next time. Yeah, stuff like probably proportions, volume, like, I guess, volume for the muscles, proportion, same for maybe placement for stuff, bone attachment and all that can probably be improved a little bit. Same for the chest. What is it, like not the chest, the rib cage. Rib cage. I always have a little bit trouble placing the rib cage or modeling the rib cage, but you know, with more and more practice, it probably gets better and better and better. So this is the end result. Nothing great, but still, it was a good thing, or it was good that we did it. I'm not gonna, or well, I'm not quite sure what we're gonna do tomorrow, but of course on Thursday we're gonna do the feedback session. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do on Thursday. Wednesday, tomorrow, let's see what we'll do. I have also another thing that I want to do next week, which is, so, well, that's planned, probably gonna happen. I have currently, so we finished the last big project. I have two big projects. Well, we finished the big projects when it comes to the modeling, but I haven't finished the big projects when it comes to the video part. So what I'll probably do on next week, because otherwise I will always, I think I will always be behind on what I want to do. I will probably not stream next week, just because I want to catch up. I have so much I want to do, and I don't want to, just leave something behind. That I will probably finish both videos. That is at least the plan on next week. So there will probably be no stream next week. Yeah, I'll probably post that in Discord too. And announce or say that again next 2 streams, just so that everybody who wants to know that knows it. I just want to catch up with everything so that I can fully focus on the new stuff. Because right now it's always like, oh, I want to do this new stuff, I want to do this new stuff, but then, oh, I still need to do this, and then, it's always annoying. So I'm gonna finish, hopefully finish the big projects next week, and then we can start into the following week with some new content. I have a lot planned, so there will not be an abundance of new ideas. One includes creating a realistic version of a character, like turning a stylized character, making a realistic version out of that character. The other one is a pretty crazy one. Well, not crazy, but it's like something I haven't really done before. So maybe we'll do that at some point too. But yeah, you've been streaming a lot, so you take all the time that you need. Everyone needs vacation from time to time. It's not really necessarily vacation, but yeah, it's if I stream, I can't really work on videos, and videos usually take longer than 2 days, which I spend, which is usually what I have time for videos. So having a week, basically 7 days instead of 2, should hopefully be enough. So yeah, we're gonna end the stream here. Hope you enjoyed today's stream. Hope you maybe learned something with me. Know that these look horrible, but that doesn't matter. Yeah. Tomorrow, you asked anatomy for hand, feet. We could maybe sculpt some hands tomorrow. That could be something. Just, to kind of practice those. I think that could be pretty cool. Doing some, sculpting maybe 2 hand positions, that could be cool. And then of course on Thursday we have the feedback session. So yeah, we have probably everything planned out for this week. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Maybe you do a few of these too for yourself. You know where you can find the references. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for joining. Thank you for chatting. Thank you for watching, listening, or just being here. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Maybe I'll see you next time. Until then, take care.